Hi there. I'm recording this short little video to go over some of the different, blood disorders. I wasn't able to get to them during my normal lecture time, and I just wanted to give them a little time and a little respect. So let's get started. It's been a while since I've done this type of recording, so bear with me, guys. All right. All right, so disorders of the blood. So we have, excuse me, of course, I'm all congested. We have 3 different categories of blood disorders. We can have red blood cell disorders, white blood cell disorders, and platelet disorders. We talked a little bit about them, some of them in lecture, but I thought I'd still touch upon them in the latter part of this PowerPoint presentation. So the first disorder, and I think I did have a minute to talk about, was sickle cell anemia. With sickle cell anemia, it's a point mutation on the hemoglobin molecule that changes its shape and then also changes the shape of the red blood cells so that they can flip around in their shape, going from their normal biconcave disc shape that we have as a normal one to this shape that's shaped like a sickle. Like a sickle is that kind of little instrument that death carries, and or for cutting down tall grasses, and red blood cells when you have sickle cell anemia. And so it causes very painful I thought maybe it would be on the next slide. Very painful crises if somebody does have sickle cell anemia, because it gets stuck and plugs up all of the capillaries. So when we are, so that's a type of anemia, because anemia is where you just have a reduced oxygen carrying capacity. That's anemia. So if I say, hey, what's a blood disorder, and you say anemia, that's not going to be specific enough. I need to know, what type of anemia is it? Is it iron deficiency? You don't have enough iron to make enough hemoglobin in the red blood cells, so you have a reduced carrying capacity. Is it that your red blood cells are bursting? Hemolytic anemia. Is it that you're bleeding out? So hemorrhagic anemia. Pernicious anemia is a vitamin B deficiency. So that goes towards making the hemoglobin molecule as well. Megaloblastic anemia. Oh, that one I'm not sure about. So let's pause for a second, and I'm going to get back to you and let you know what kind of anemia that is. All right, you guys, so I got it a little backwards. Megaloblastic anemia is the vitamin B deficiency, because I'm looking in the book right now, that affects the creation of red blood cells. And the pernicious anemia that I thought was due to a vitamin B deficiency is actually just the whole process of making red blood cells is not adequate due to another pathway for absorbing vitamin B in the digestive tract across the small intestine. So what is aplastic anemia? Oh, aplastic anemia is when your red bone marrow is being destroyed for whatever reason, toxins, radiation, or just certain medications. All right, so, it's on the next slide. Thalassemia is almost like, it's a genetic disorder affecting the hemoglobin, kind of like a sickle cell, but not as drastic. So let's put that right there. Then when we come to the white blood cells, so this was what I neglected to mention in lecture when I talked about leukemia, right? Leukemia, is that next slide going to be a picture? Nope. All right, so leukemia, let me see if I can get back. Oh, no, hold on. Is when there's a cancer at the bone marrow level that is affecting and causing creation of those one of those two intermediate cells, either the the myelogenous, the myelocyte the myelocyte, or like the lymphoblast. So we have, depending on which one is being stimulated to divide uncontrollably, you'll either have a lymphoblastic leukemia or a myelogenous leukemia. If it's acute, those typically affect younger people. If it's chronic, that's typically in adults, usually older adults, 55 or so. So acute lymphoblastic leukemia, ALL, acute myelogenous leukemia, AML, and that's typically how they're designated by those initials. And then the last one we had was hemophilia, and that's where you're missing one of those factors. Now, I know I talked about that when we were talking about blood clotting, so I feel like I've covered that. Hitting the males more than the females because it's on the X chromosome sex-linked. And that is really all I wanted to mention. So thanks, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.